Up to now, there have been OSCE peacekeepers in the area. There's obviously important discussions at a UN level as well, but the European Union should stand ready, I think. But I'll want to listen to my colleagues on that issue.
Well, I think basically what we need is international presence. That's why in brokering this ceasefire together with Bernard Kouchner, we were working with the OSCE, with the EU and the UN. I think that the OSCE can give the infrastructure for the region. We have the cars, we have 200 people there. When we start talking about peacekeeping, I think the EU should have a central role.
It's not a snap, you can just take a quote and put it in face.
Mais l'idée d'avoir des moniteurs, d'avoir en effet sur le terrain, vous appelez ça des troupes de paix, je ne les appellerai pas comme ça, mais des contrôleurs, des moniteurs, des facilitateurs européens, oui, oui et oui. C'est comme ça que l'Europe vit, c'est comme ça qu'elle doit être. C'est en allant sur le terrain, en étant auprès des gens.
At the moment, the Russians are firmly in control. There are no signs of the Russia letting in anyone else. It's a question whether OSCE will be able to get back in or the UN can survive in Abkhazia. Very, very unclear at the moment. There's total Russian military control.
Die letzten Nachrichten sind, dass der Waffenstillstand eingehalten wird. Insofern sind wir einen Schritt weiter, aber ich sage auch, der gegenwärtige Zustand ist noch sehr fragil. Wir werden unsere Anstrengungen gemeinsam fortsetzen müssen, um das Schweigen der Waffen jetzt abzusichern.
I think international forces would be more credible.
What kind of role you can play on the ground?
Poland, if such a force were put together, Poland would contribute.
I mean, yesterday, the whole international community had got the information that, in principle, agreements on the ceasefire had been negotiated, and then the Russian side supposedly agreed to cease the fire and then to cease the hostilities. But then I can affirm it with confidence that horrible facts are happening already now in Georgia since the morning. No ceasefire is ever action now, so that what is the trust that we can put on the Russian side? They still bomb Gori, they still loot the whole villages in and around the conflict zone where the Georgians are living. We have a credible information en masse that men are taken from the houses and they are executed. I've been working myself in ICTY and remember very much what was the pattern of that type of international crimes committed, like the ethnic cleansing and full scale in Balkans at that time. It's the same pattern. It's the same pattern that is happening now in Georgia, and the international community has to stop that. That's the expectation that we have. Very strong action that stops that. Definitely. Ceasefire, European monitors have to be on the ground. Europe has to get engaged physically on the ground, and Europe has to stop that from happening. We are part of Europe, and then part of Europe is being aggressed now in a very aggressive manner by armed forces with large-scale military operation from the Russian side. This has not to be happening in the modern world.
Il a dit en général que